This is how we start off our shows. Okay, we start off on the left side, and we go hodl, 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 save, 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 build a, sound money, sound money. All right, this is Ugly Old Goat, and I'm going to have fun today because I get to talk about and read an article I wrote in honor of my good friend Tyler Jenks, who passed away in 2019 on, I think it was July 23rd. But before I get started, this is your last chance to sign up for Tone Vay's Financial Summit. Now, the Goat Lady and I are both going to be there. It's a 6-day event. We're leaving on Saturday. It is this. There's nothing better than this event, guys. So if you can possibly make it, make it. It's made for family offices, large traders. But it's like $9,000, but everything's included. Hey, and I bought a special family, not a family, but the special, it's family tequila from Jose Cuervo, which I've never had, but Tone recommended. Hey, if you can pick one of those up, bring it. So I did, and I got another one that's highly recommended. So, like I say, if you can make it, we'll have a little taste of some of the best tequila in the world. That's going to be my little contribution for the participants there. So I hope to see you. Goat Lady and I will both be there. So let's get busy and read this article. And it's, I call it the 10 Pillars of Bitcoin, and it's what Tyler Jenks called the 10 qualities that nothing else can produce. And I love this guy because, like I say, we came from completely different backgrounds, but once we met each other, we connected just like this. And the 23rd, I'm reading this here on, I think it's the 25th, but I'm a little late on reading it. But I wrote this on the day that we honored his passing. And he is also the 2019 Bitcoin standard bearer. And you can see there's the staff that we have for him. We couldn't present it in person, so we still have it here. And it's got a very special place in our office here, and of course we're going to be building the Sound Money Institute this coming year, and it'll have a very prominent place in our institute. So there's a picture of Tyler. Now, the first time that we had the Bitcoin Standard Award was in 2018, and hands down, the winner of that, of course, was Saifedean Ammous. And so, because he wrote the book, The Bitcoin Standard. And then in 2020, it was Arthur Hayes and his group, the Bitcoin 4, that were, indicted by the Department of Justice, really over a bunch of crap. But at any rate, they certainly were deserving of it then. We're going to be awarding it again this year. We do have a poll out, although it has nothing to do with the outcome, but our members did make some great nominations. They nominated, of course, Michael Saylor, and they nominated Jack Mallers and Nick Carter, and also Corey from the Swan. And all those guys are great guys. And all deserving of being Bitcoin standard bearers, but we only award it to one. And right now, that's exclusively in my discretion. We'll see where that's going to go. I've already made up my mind, but I wanted to, there's certainly some honorable mentions there. Now, here's what Tyler Jenks outlined, and this is really an interesting article because we actually did this Not Ready for Prime Time by Tyler Jenks and the 10 Pillars of Bitcoin. And he wanted to explain them in detail. And I held him back. Said, no, Tyler, you can't do that. You have to wait till we had a Bitcoin standard cruise. And I said, I want people to come to this cruise and they can find out about it there. And unfortunately, he passed on very shortly thereafter. And if you go down here, it was right here. Socrates, we invited him because he was a student and Tyler was his mentor. We invited him to fill in the blanks and tell us, and he did a great job. Unfortunately, that video was at the cruise, and they had a party next door, so it was a little bit of interference. Now they took care of that after that. It was all of our other recordings are great, but this is a great presentation by Socrates, so I do recommend you look at it. This is his last appearance that he had on our show. And it's a pretty long video. I think it's about 3 hours. He's in the first hour. So, anyway, let's go through these. The first one he called is singularity, and that just means that Bitcoin is like one. Transferability, that you can it's easily transferred, can't be confiscated. Unconfiscatability, which is of course the term that Tone Vays came up with. Privacy. It gives you, not complete privacy, but relatively good privacy. Invisibility, and nobody knows what you're doing. Divisibility, it can be easily divided. Fungibility, so you can make it fungible if you want to. Anonymability, universability, and eternal ability. So I thought those were 3 great points. Now, I had written a previous article on I am saving, and in this article he actually outlines what he then termed the 5 pillars of Bitcoin. In fact, we'll go to that article and we'll look at him, see how he changed his view. So we're going to scroll down here, and this is a good article too. This is one of the first articles that I did that kind of put me on the map in Bitcoin. And here it is, understanding the 5 pillars of Bitcoin. And just what is Bitcoin? Why is it different? These are easy questions, but the answers are hard and difficult to explain in today's deceptive crypto environment. Now, Jimmy Song wrote an excellent article outlining the technical reasons, and it's understandable to the average layman of why Bitcoin is different. But I thought the best explanation, sometimes the best explanation comes from people that don't have the technological background. And Tyler was one of these guys. He was a meat and potatoes guy. He wasn't much into the tech at all, but he was very much into sound money and the economics of it all. And so I found this simple explanation by him, and he's also the developer of the hyperwave theory. And he defines a hyperwave as something that changes the world to such a major extent that things will be different when it's over. And that's just a great, I agree with that theory. I'm not a fan of Elliott Wave or anything else, and actually when I interviewed him, he and I have an old common mentor, which was Ted Warren, which we both learned a lot from. And this is a legendary trader that only had a 6th grade education, but he figured out, how to trade the markets in very simplistic terms. And trading is, anybody can do it. And some of the best minds in the world who understand Bitcoin and understand all the back end of it, they're lousy traders. So trading Bitcoin and actually, in fact, I understand there's one developer that has no Bitcoin, and yet he's highly regarded as one of the top developers. And it's just a matter that I know he has like 6 kids. I should remember the name of that guy, but I don't. But anyway, he has he's a good Catholic and has a lot of kids, and has always just to feed him, it's just living hand to mouth. So I get it. So, but Jenks, he identifies the Bitcoin as the only cryptocurrency that meets his technical criteria as a hyperwave, and then he outlines what he considered the 5 pillars. And so the 5 were that's unconfiscatable, permissionless value transfer, anonymous, fungible, and decentralized. And of course, the new view, his new art, which he didn't ever get to really present, was that it is, there's 10. So that's what we outlined. I do recommend that you watch these. There's a picture of our sculpturing that we have. Do we have the sculpture up here we can show? Can you bring that one around to me? I'll show you the, this is by Dave Matherly, and he's just a super artist. There we go. And here is the bust that we have of Tyler. And when you get when you're Bitcoin Standard Bearer, we make a bust to kind of immortalize you. So, at any rate, great likeness, great artist, and this is a real NFT. This is, I consider it a real collector's piece, and hopefully it will be a permanent fixture in the Sound Money Institute. All right, guys, and that's it. I just wanted to have this little show memorializing my good friend Tyler Jenks. Enjoy this article. Enjoy all the links to it. And I know that Tone Vase. Oh, yeah, I need to promote my book too before I leave. If you want to support my work, you can go to Bitcoin Start Bag. Let me go to that. Yeah, there it is, Bitcoin Start. Here's my latest book, Equity Trading. And, okay, it's a hardback. It's got color illustrations. My first book that I wrote at the end of last year is How to Put Yourself on the Bitcoin Standard, a little bit more technical and economic in one easy lesson. Again, you'll get both of these hardcover books signed by me. You'll also get the 2 ebooks, and you can get these online, but I charge a lot online. If you buy them online, it's like $130 for each one of these books, and that's $79 if you want the ebooks. But for $195.99 or $199, $200 basically, you get both of these books, both of the ebooks. But that's not all. You're going to get a Jade wallet. Okay, we're going to throw that into as my gift to you. We're going to send you, now you may already, hopefully you've already read this book and already have it, but we're going to send you another copy of the Bitcoin Standard as our gift to you. And you can just pass that on to a friend, just like we give something extra to you, pass that on to somebody else. And you're going to get the Bitcoin Money book by Bitcoin Rabbi, which is great for the kids. We're going to send you Knut Svanholm's book, and that's Sovereignty Through Mathematics. We're going to send you the Little Bitcoin book by Jimmy Song, and he has a crew of authors on this one, which is a great introductory book. Again, hopefully you already have it, but we're going to send you one so you can pass it on to someone else. You'll also get a Bitcoin bag, which is back there, and we'll give you something like a hat like this or some other little gift, and that's all for $199.95 plus shipping. And if you live outside of the United States, we're charging $35 shipping, but that doesn't cover it. Shipping costs have gone way up. But anyway, that's the deal. And we're going to start a separate group for the people that buy the kit, a Telegram group there. So thanks for tuning in. Go to the Financial Summit, get a Bitcoin starter kit, and I hope to see you later. Bye-bye. Okay, it's ugly old